Bitcoin is preparing for its next leg up with a bull flag pattern here. Also, what we can see is we currently flipping old resistance into support right now. Bitcoin dominance is rejecting from of old lows, which could signal for a next leg towards the downside. And we are stacking liquidity on both sides, and this is what we can expect from the liquidity on Bitcoin here. Ethereum is running into resistance, and ETF has massive outflows and some more other details and charts here. But first of all, please make sure to follow me over on X to never miss something in crypto once again. And please make sure to follow me over on Telegram. You can easily join my free Telegram group here with free alpha, free trading setup. It's completely free, so join if you never want to miss out on something. I don't talk about some things on X and on YouTube, but I share them in my free Telegram group. And please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel and like this video if you love those daily update videos. And I will dive into the charts for now, because what we can see here is that we have creating resistance on the top side here, and every single time we tapped resistance we saw a move towards the downside. But we also created support on the lower side here, and every single time we tapped that support zone we saw a move towards the upside. Now what does this mean? We are currently creating a bull flag pattern, so we create a pattern towards the downside here. And this is one of the most bullish patterns we can see in crypto on Bitcoin, because this means that if we break out of this resistance line, retest this, that we will easily see a 125k Bitcoin if we see a breakout. Also, with the massive support zone I've been drawing and talking here for a while, we can see that we are currently coming to an edge of a breakout here. Because if price consolidates from off this point, we will get bounced from off this support zone, and that will bring us towards the resistance. If we break resistance here, I want to be anticipating on this. On the retest, I will be opening up some very big positions, because then the next leg will be very big here. Also, what we can see is we broke out of this squeeze pattern and we came down exactly to support, and now we are bouncing from off that support level. But there is one thing pretty important here, and that is that you make sure you pump back above resistance, retest it, and start the next leg towards the upside. If we keep rejecting this old resistance line, that is a really bad sign. So we need to have momentum to break out of this resistance, retest it, and start the next leg up. So I'm keeping my eyes on that one as well. And if we break out here above resistance, then we can call this a very nice cool down and retest of this 4-year-old resistance. So that is a really good sign. Also, if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, we can see that we broke out of this pattern. And we didn't saw a real retest towards this point, but what we are looking for here was a rejection from of this low. We broke down, we retested that low, and now we see some momentum towards the downside, and that is exactly what I've been calling here. This box I've been drawing for over a week now, and we currently are seeing a massive rejection from of it, which is a really good sign, because this signals for Ethereum to gain more momentum against Bitcoin, but also some other altcoins will fly if Bitcoin dominance drops, and it signals that it wants to drop towards the downside. This is something we really want to look out for. We need to break this low for further continuation towards the downside, but the other level is right over here. And then if we see those levels, Ethereum probably will hit new all-time highs, and altcoins will literally explode from off that point. Also, what we can see is that we currently are stacking liquidity above us and below us, so nothing really is happening here. Also, if we look at the week, we can see that we are massively stacking liquidity above us around to 120k. I expect this to be taken out very, very soon because everyone is short in the market and we all know what the market makers want then. So please make sure to keep an eye on this liquidity and a 120k level here because it's a really important level. Then Ethereum, this is a really good pattern because we were in a very long consolidation phase. We created support on the lower side, resistance on the top side. Every single time we tapped support, we saw a massive move towards the upside, and that is exactly what we have been seeing here on the 21st of June. After that, we saw a massive increasement in price on Ethereum of approximately 73%. But for now, we tapped into resistance. So every single time we tapped in resistance, price dropped towards old support. I don't expect that to happen right now because this move was very explosive towards the upside and momentum was really into the market, and I think it was very different from of this levels. But we can see, and I talked about this, a little cool down towards the downside is pretty normal here. Also, what we can see is we tapped into resistance, and if you look at market structure, when we tapped into resistance, we created a low, a high, higher low, and we broke that higher low and we broke this low. So this is something you really want to keep an eye on because we broke this important range here on the top side against resistance. This could be manipulation, of course, so I'm not anticipating on this, but what we really want to see is a break of this high to flip the trend towards a bullish trend and to break this old resistance. If we see so, we can see Ethereum easily going towards this old all-time highs here. But a really important thing I want to discuss here is that we saw a massive outflow of the Ethereum ETF here. So what we could see, all the green candles means it is a very big inflow, and we saw that for literally a month here. We saw an inflow without even a red day. But yesterday we saw a massive, and it was the biggest outflow of the ETF from Ethereum ever. We saw a net outflow of approximately $465 million. For now, it isn't something you want to worry about, but if we consistently see the outflows growing and people are taking their money out of the Ethereum ETF, that is something we really want to keep an eye on as well, because this is a really big spike and it can be for one day, and then also the inflows will increase. But for now, I want to be updating this and really looking out for what will happen next on the next previous days here with the Ethereum ETF. And then also a coin I've been discussing in my daily update video from a previous days ago. Almost never talk about altcoins, but I talked about Ondo here, and I was drawing this very important support zone, and I said if we drop in that zone, I am scaling into Ondo, and that is exactly what I have been doing here, because Ondo perfectly hit our support zone. We gained this level, perfectly retested it, and now we are ready to pump towards the upside. This was exactly what I've been talking about, and this was also a really nice trade that you could be in right now. Also for now, if we look, we can also anticipate on maybe a little pullback here to get into a trade, because I'm really bullish on this Ondo chart because we gained old highs, perfectly retested it. Also, if we look at the Fibonacci retracement there, if we draw it up, we can actually see that we perfectly retested the 0.5 level here, and that is exactly what we want to be seeing. So Ondo chart is looking really good, and also the Ondo projects is really something I'm bullish on. So I've been talking about this chart, and for now we finally see exactly what I've been expected. So I am anticipating on this with spot and also with a small trade here to trade this easily towards the $2, and this is your last chance to pick up your Ondo below $1. Believe me, and thank me later on that one. Then for now, please make sure to follow me over on X to never miss a move once again, and join my free Telegram group. I'm literally sharing alpha here, some coins I'm scaling into this alt season that I'm not sharing over on my X page. Also, I keep you updated about position setup I have seen in the market, more than over on X, and it's completely free to join. So what is your excuse to not join this one? And please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel, like this daily update video, and I will see you tomorrow by a brand new Crypto Daily Update video.